So welcome to the Slow Travel Budget Spreadsheet. I'm going to give you a little tour of what is on the spreadsheet. So let's start here. This is the overview travel budget. Now remember, this is slow travel, so it's a long-term trip. And in a long-term trip, you have multiple destinations typically, or multiple locations you're going to. So you can see here in the middle that I have broken down the cost by destination, and I can tell how much each destination is costing me individually. Now, some of these may cost more because I'm spending more days there. So I can also, down in the lower left-hand corner, I can see the cost per day by destination, and I can tell which destination, Florence, for example, is costing me the most, and the Munich destination is the least. This helps me identify where I can find some budgeting cost, because over here on the far right, I am over budget by $176. So I have my total and then my estimated cost. This is what I had planned to spend, and this is what I'm spending so far based on my trip. And then here in the middle, I can see by category, broken out by travel gear, admin, transportation, accommodations. And again, just like we know, your transportation and accommodations are taking up the biggest bulk of it. And then over here, I'm able to see in the lower right-hand corner, the overall cost per day. Now this is an average per day, whereas this is average per day for each individual location. This is the average per day for all 50 days that my trip is taking me. So this is the bulk of the information that you're getting as you do this, but I want to show you how it works. Each individual location or leg of your trip has its own tab. So down here at the bottom, there is Prague, and this is a pie chart, again, for just the Prague leg or destination. It tells me when I'm starting and ending, how much my budget is, what I'm spending, and the data that I have to fill out in order to complete this spreadsheet is the information in these 6 categories below. And this is what I fill out as I start to plan my trip. I start by guessing what I think I'm going to spend. I estimate, I look some things up, and then as I actually book things, like when I would book the Airbnb, for example, I would put the actual cost in here, and that would allow me to see an updated estimated cost. Of course, some things you won't know until you're actually on the trip, but when I'm budgeting, I come in here and put what I think I'm going to spend on each individual leg of the trip, and then as I start to spend it and pay that money, I can put it in there as well. Now, because it's a long-term trip, I'm going to go back over here and show you a long-term trip has overall cost, and I broke that into 3 categories down here. These, again, in the white is what you would be filling out to build your budget. So there are some costs like travel insurance, your flight in and out of the country, maybe some new travel gear. These are things that may not be costs that are associated to a specific destination. So I bring them here as overall cost, and then those costs are broken across all of the different days of the different destinations. There is a kind of an outline start here. This is where you start to plan your trip. So you put in the destinations you're headed to. It calculates for you the days and so forth. Again, the only thing you have to fill out is the white area, and then you get these lovely pie charts, the cost per day chart, and all of this other information. And it will automatically build out the individual tabs for you, rename them. I'll show you that in the next video in the instructions on how to use it. But that's a quick tour of what the Slow Travel Budget Spreadsheet has to offer. I hope you enjoy, and I hope it works for you.